Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So Capricorn, this is a very powerful time in your life that it's not necessarily easy, but when we are about to make big changes that we know will carry impact in the direction of our life, in the structures of our life, in what we used to be and it's about to be, there's a lot of fear and healing at the same time that is brought forward to your understanding and to your cooperation as well to the process. So there's a sense that even though you know those changes are necessary, even though you know there's a new journey calling to you, and it's a new journey that is calling to you out of your own understanding that you deserve more, that there's more growth to happen, that the environment where you are in is suffocating and difficult to breathe on without feeling again and having to go through those emotional wounds that you carry, that we all carry, and it's natural. And then in certain situations like this one can be bringing all of that forward, all those emotional issues, all those difficulties in opening up your heart space, in putting your heart in the line to make the necessary changes and to make the necessary steps to move on, to let go of the forms of life that no longer serve you. And the biggest issue here for you to take this step forward is exactly about the suffering, the pain that either you are going through or that you think you are inflicting to someone. Because I keep feeling in your readings that yes, you are called to move on, you are called to go on a different journey in a different direction, but I feel that because there's other people involved, you are afraid. So you're not putting yourself first. Of course, when we are talking about those of the ones we love and the ones we care, our children, our parents, our love partners, our friends, of course it's hard not to think about the sorrow, the pain that we might project into them because we are about to make a change that maybe they will not understand, maybe they will not accept. But here, when you are living in function of others, when you are not putting yourself first, you are creating an issue here of projection to others and repetition, and the repetition of patterns of distrust with relationships that might seem, or responsibilities that might seem to rob your freedom. This freedom is on you, this decision to be free and to understand what promotes well-being in your life. Because the thing is, we keep saying that we have to do this for others. We cannot be selfish. We cannot do certain things because we have people that are responsible for us. But, and I talk by experience from, not from being a mother, for example, but from being the daughter. One of the saddest things to watch is to see our parents unhappy, unfulfilled, bitter, because they were not accountable for their own happiness. And then they project that guilt into us, unconsciously, of course. So I want to tell you that this is it's crucial and it's essential for you to make a difference between what really is keeping you from moving on in a certain level. Either moving on from the physical reality you are in, a career path, a physical aspect, a home, a marriage, a thought pattern, an emotional pattern. What is keeping you from making and giving that step? Because here with the Four of Pentacles in the main opportunity, it's telling you that first you are full of resources because you've worked hard for that. You know you have a great foundation. You have the resources that you need. Maybe not the ones that you would like to feel fully comfortable, but you have enough. You have enough to get you by within this change that you want to make, because you are very good at putting a structure in your life, management, budgeting, and here we can talk from finances, from your own resources of energy. You are working here and you are creating a structure in a safe and sound space, but be careful where you are using this energy of the Four of Pentacles to close yourself around walls, to have a type of a miser mentality when you cannot open up, when you cannot make the step because you feel that it's going to provide such insecurity, suffering to others, to you. What is really your priority here? What is your most valuable asset at this time? I believe is your thirst for newness and passionate experiences here. This could be talking about leaving a job that it doesn't bring emotional fulfillment, but because you have responsibilities, you are afraid of making a step that it's going to provide a lot of difficulties financially. Or you are simply afraid to take the step because you might want to take a step to go to a new journey with the same type of baggage of the past. And this is an issue here. As in the challenge, you have the Three of Swords. As well, could be talking that right now you are still, I don't want to say in a dark place, but you're still in a place of a lot of healing to be made, to be perceived, to be brought to your attention, brought to your care, brought to your love. Your advice is the Eight of Cups, so your advice is to move on from those. But by move on, I mean to know that it's time to move on, not to not go because you are afraid and to go just to run. No, always with mindfulness and always with awareness of your priorities, your values. Where is your soul calling you to go towards? Here again, I want to make this reassurance with the Four of Pentacles that you are building something. You have something of importance, of value. And one of the biggest things you have here of value is your heart. That even though it may be within some turmoil or pain, do not be afraid to open up again that heart, to go in a direction that is heartfelt, so you can bring a little bit of soul to your physical life, so things don't seem so dry and sometimes hard and meaningful. And watch back the patterns from the past, emotionally and mentally, that are still keeping you in a place of unhappiness. And I'm going to show to you your oracle card. I'm using a Portuguese oracle deck that it's related with the sacred feminine archetypes, and you received a very strong goddess that is mentioned in this oracle deck, and it's very connected with the reading that I'm making. And you received Kali. It's interesting if you are interested to research a little bit of her story and symbolism, that you can see that she is this archetype of the darkness and the shadows, and needing to empower yourself by going there, by going to those places where even though you know it's time to change and it's time to move on, you still refuse. So I'm going to read the card to you, and it says, cutting with dependencies, illusions, and negativity, being reborn to your wholeness and power. This is a very powerful symbolism. And again, whatever you may be afraid to do to get you to this change, whichever change it is, it's a fear and insecurity made from patterns, negative patterns of your past, and an illusion that you don't hold the power to create abundance wherever you go, and to create a new life wherever you go and decide to go. So again, cut with dependencies, illusions, negativity, and everything that seems to want you to put against that corner where it's very difficult to breathe and see a prospect of that new life you know you want. And you have the structures, you have the assets, and you have the values to get you there and to create something that will grow with abundance. So Capricorn, I wish you have a great time. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. Thank you for all of you who have been sending positive feedback in my way. I really, really, really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.